senators of the federal. I stand to move a motion on the demise of most distinguished Senator Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi, who lived from the 3rd of September 1971 till the 26th of July 2024. Mr. President, distinguished senators, the Senate notes with grief the demise of distinguished Senator Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi, a Nigerian politician and businessman who served as the senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District, and of course, who passed on in the city of Reading in the United Kingdom on 26th July 2024 at the age of 52 years. The Senate notes as well that he was born on the 3rd of September 1971 in Otolo, Nnewi, Anambra State, to the family of Mr. and Mrs. Alphonsus Uba. He acquired a degree in law, the Bachelor of Laws, from Bayes University, and a master's degree in peace studies and conflict resolution at the National Open University of Nigeria. He was a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Mediators and Conciliators. The Senate further notes that before his election to the Senate in 2019 and 2023, respectively, most distinguished Senator Ifeanyi was an accomplished businessman, sports enthusiast, and a reputed philanthropist who had carved a distinctive niche in auto parts merchandise, oil exports, and allied services. The Senate is aware that his legislative interests revolve around oil and gas, finance, revenue, appropriation, security, works, agriculture, and education. His target also was to bring good legislation, empowerment, and good governance to his constituents in particular and the country in general by sponsoring 15 motions and 14 bills between 2019 and 2024. The Senate is also aware that the late Dr. Senator Uba, as chairman of the Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream, demonstrated intelligence, hard work, and commitment in the advancement of legislative process and in recognition of his outstanding contributions to nation building. Former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, in 2023 honored him with the National Honors Award of the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON. The Senate further aware that distinguished Senator Uba believed in and celebrated friendship. He was a faithful devotee to the cult of humanity. His love for fellow human beings was extraordinary. He had passion for life and lived it to the fullest. He believed in fairness, equity, and justice. He never believed in coveting anything that was not his. A friend's problem automatically became his, and all his life he strove to be a friend in need. Senator Patrick Uba would plead to lend a helping hand even when you were reluctant to involve him in your personal problems. The Senate observes that most distinguished Senator Uba was a charismatic politician and political leader with panacea, passion, and fervor that traversed the political spectrum, appealing to all social strata. He was at home with the grassroots as he was with the elite. The Senate also observes that most distinguished Senator Uba was a very generous man who gave his all to the needy, friends, and constituents without favor to ethnicity, religion, and background. Thousands benefited from his social empowerment programs. The Senate further observes that Senator Uba was a loyal party member and a team player who was determined to help realize the progressive agenda of the party through legislation, not just in the old country, but in the state of Anambra and the senatorial district as well. The Senate is convinced that his death is very painful and a big blow to us all. He's leaving a void in us, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Anambra politics, and his community in Nnewi that will be heard to fill. We give thanks to the Almighty God for the fruitful and exemplary life that Senator Uba lived. All mortal come from him, and to him they shall return. The Senate recalls that most distinguished Senator Ifeanyi Uba was a great man, loving husband, caring father, visionary businessman, and a charismatic leader. And his absence definitely will be felt in our midst. The Senate is consoled that distinguished Senator Uba has indeed fought a good fight and finished his earthly course and kept abiding faith in the goodness of the Lord. He is survived by his wife and 5 children. Adieu, Senator Patrick Ifeanyi Uba. Alume. Ndebo. Alume. The Senate accordingly resolved to hold a valedictory session in honor of late Dr. Ifeanyi Uba as senators pay their last tribute to our departed colleague, and 2, to observe a minute silence in honor of the departed senator and send a befitting delegation to his funeral. I so move, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues.
Minority Leader.